in that pocket, whole squizzy riding with me, who gon' stop it? My day ones headed down to double G. So you know it's only right, that's how we end. Came all the way from losing to winning. Yeah, I did it, but it ain't just me, it's the whole team. Share it with the whole team. Congratulate the whole team. Cause when you riding like we riding with each other, ain't no I in this, it's the whole team. Share it with the whole team. Congratulate the whole team. Cause when you riding like we riding with each other, ain't no I in this.
Our Father who art in heaven, I love when you toss me blessings. You never throw interceptions, I catch them like O.D. Beckham. Hard to not the devil when built like Tiana Teller and balling at 27. I feel like Iman Shumpert. Know there's a disconnect when the sheep start to lead the shepherd. The weak start to be aggressive, the streets start to be the reverend. Bragging about first class, seated on 9/11. They spirits are not united, a legion, my soul forever. I murder my adolescence, assault with a friendly weapon. I verbally dissect them to help them get back together. Wanting the strangest things, I handle it like 11. My point is I guard the kids. I should play for the Celtics. Watch how I Euro step them and curry them like I'm stepping. Whenever I'm in your town, the Warriors in your presence. I manifest my endeavors. I'm blessed and I'm getting better. I walk amongst living legends. Coach Contra will live forever. Oh. New goals, baby boo. Got my wrist in these grits, tryna whip something new. I am sick of this rampant. So are you. Hold on, switch. Mama, I'm gonna introduce my ego. Since the world full of villains, then let's introduce the heroes. We the good guys, no blood on our hands. It's Tito, she a pack. Finna, guaranteed, move back. Type of view is that on the globe? It's a visionary peeking out the window of my soul. Might just fall back, lend a helping hand and play my role. You ain't all that. In the mirror, oversold. Call me Reason A, aka Malcolm XL. That's a big pun, bigger punishment. I give him hell, getting done. Keep it blunt enough, you can't. Cough drop, tell them hard for their health.
Al fin han encontrado el negrito con los colorados, el mejor desde Colombia a los estados. Para los que no piensan que yo soy mejor, tengo todo, tu rapero favorito paniqueado, ten cuidado. Estos raperos son mis hijos adoptados. Acuérdate que ni hizo el sonido que te ha gustado. Pídeme permiso when you copy my style. This bridge, I done burnt them all with a freestyle. Black on both sides de Colombia, oye peep style. Como yo lo hago, ain't nobody finna do it now. Up to uptown, all the way down through the south. No ain't not yet, que pueda conmigo. Dios es mi testigo, I'm the one that shut it down. Just a light from a vision that I had in the dark. Tunnel vision on the bigger picture. The charts wanna play the game, but don't never play their part.
My God, oh God, this is Son of God level. The sun, the sky, you can see the vibe. We ride the high, always on a high level. So open up your eyes better. Why these tell me? You can join the journey, you is worthy. Just allow me, no. Kicking down your door. Bloodsuckers, I see this industry is filled with sheep. People that pretend to be something that they would never be. Oh my, I just need some little old peace of mind. The sons are kings, the bulls are gods. The moon, the light, the fools, the facts. My God, oh God, this is Son of God level. The sun, the sky, you can see the vibe. We ride the high, always on a high level. So open up your eyes, baby.
I can never be controlled. Let them know. 500 helicopters driving me gonzo. But they want you just to envy. Let them see it. I'm the first to say it, now it's time you just believe it. I got too many fakes, made lots of foes. These people cold. Talk down your dreams because they know they can't come close. Don't shake no hands, they'll steal your friends. I walk alone. I see false idols, all the titles you need to grow. Have you lost your mind? But I ain't like the others no more. God, I'm learning lessons as I go. You're only wasting time. Tell the devil there's a door. Praying God is only trying to test me for the throne.
My God, oh God, this is Son of God level. The sun, the sky, you can see the vibe. We ride the high, always on a high level. So open up your eyes better.
From the oldest capital city in the Americas, founded in 1325, EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Mexico City. Tonight, we wrap up Week 11 with a good Monday nighter between the San Francisco 49ers and the Arizona Cardinals. The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. And the opening kickoff will not be returned, as that will be a touchback. First carry for James Conner. Always got some breathing room. And they got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. It's a gain of 35. Right off the bat, a chunk play into enemy territory.
And I don't care how you plan for it. I don't care what you see on tape where you think you can get that type of a play. That's still a great rush and a little bit of a surprise to break off a run like that this early in the game.
So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. Zach Ertz, the man in motion. Right back to Conner here on 1st. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Azeez Al-Shaair in to make the stop. The Cardinals hit 3-7 now in the year. And they come into this one knowing it's been a while since they've had a W. They have dropped 4 in a row.
Let me tell you, when you go a month partner, in this league, without a victory, it gets tough to come to work every day. And in addition, you start to wonder about your job security as well.
On 2nd down, Conner looking for space. And he only manages a couple here down to about the 38-yard line. This game, of course, held at the fabled Estadio Azteca, home to the Mexican national soccer team. Home to 2 World Cup finals, including Diego Maradona and the Hand of God goal in 1986. Look it up, kids. This is the final of 5 international games for 2022, as well as the 5th time a regular season game has been held here. The Cards and Niners actually played in the first of those games back in 2005, a 31-14 Arizona victory in front of an announced crowd of over 103,000. And he is going to have a Cardinals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
They did tell us they wanted to establish the ground game early, didn't they?
They did, in a small sample size that we've seen so far, but pretty good return.
Yeah, you got to like that. They've strung together a couple of first downs, established what they wanted, the running game. And guess what? They also got their lead guy running it pretty well, too.
first carry now. This is Williams. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Murray giving to Connor on the option. And still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to 3rd down.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but here's 3rd down. They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. And he'll be tackled about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 1-yard pickup leads to 4th down.
But forget knowing where the first down line was. This defense created their own line of scrimmage. They won every battle up front. And a lot of times that is one-on-one. And if you win your one-on-ones enough times, your defense is going to be pretty good. They had more people to the football and snuffed out the play.
They'll run for it with Connor, and he picks up the first down yardage as he takes this one down to the 15.
Well, that's what's called being aggressive right there, but I don't know that it's reckless. I think it's much more of a message, hey, defense, I believe in you in case we don't get it, and offense, trying to let them know he believes in them as well.
I like it. Your first drive of the game in plus territory, be aggressive. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. Again, a run with Connor. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway because that's your strength.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Murray a give. This is Connor. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Yeah, so they get that one, Charles, on the right tackle.
Yeah, oftentimes in that spot, you're trying to work against a defender, trying to set the edge in the running game, and you're trying to drive around and get your body twisted so that he can't get there. Sometimes your hands get too involved.
From the gun, a give to Connor. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. Just a 1-yard loss that time, but that's not what they needed. Now they're dealing with a 3rd and long.
Yes, indeed. That play there, that reminds me of some of the guys that I played with that have that suddenness, able to get into the backfield almost about the time the ball snapped and make a play. How about that tackle for a loss?
Absolutely. He did a lot of that last week when he was named the NFC Defensive Player of the Week. One of the guys on the team was saying, hey, yeah, we called him the disruptor. And that's carrying forward again.
Makes sense, doesn't it?
On 3rd down, here's Williams. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. That'll be good for 6, but now it's 4th down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off. A pretty decent gain.
4th down, Murray off, and the Cards field goal unit and Matt Prater out there now. This just a 35-yard attempt from the left hash. Prater's kick is good, and the Cardinals have the first points. It's 3-0. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
Prater now will send it away following the made field goal. Lance and the 49ers now. 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now. Hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Second and 6, just inside the 30. Here's Lance to throw it. And his throw here's incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Here's Lance. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down. So on 4th down, here's the Australia native Mitch Wishnowski to punt this one away. Greg Dortch back deep. The call for a fair catch, and it's made at about the 23-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And they had a long drive last time, but they had to settle for a field goal. And I'm sure that's how it felt to them, settling. They probably should have gotten in the end zone.
Yeah, not out-and-out joy, right? Because that's what you get when you put the ball in the end zone. But there are benefits to that type of a long drive. Your defense gets a chance to take a break, adjust a little bit, maybe get themselves ready to get back on the field and play a little bit better. So they'll take the benefit even though they wanted the 6 points.
And maybe wore down the other defense. We'll see.
What a nice read and play by the defensive tackle. Never bought the play-action fake. Went right for the quarterback and put him on the ground.
They'll come up after the sack on a 2nd and 12. Now we give up the middle to Williams. And they won't fare much better here as he maybe gets back to the line. Maybe a gain of a yard that time, but yeah, from the spot, actually no gain. So 3rd and long.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12. Zach Ertz, the man in motion. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Here's Murray. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Sometimes the game is pretty simple. Put a few extra defensive backs on the field, give them nowhere to throw the football, force the incompletion, and get off the field on 3rd down.
On 4th down, here's Andy Leon to kick it away. Back to return it, Christian McCaffrey. He'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Found good room to run there. Returns it 14 yards. And the Niners set up well. They take over 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. Lance now on 1st down. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4.
Well, Brandon, we could see that play developing, and they were hoping that he was going to be able to put a move on the first guy and turn it into a big play. But no such luck. The speed on defense continues to get better and better in the NFL. Pretty nice example there of those guys being able to run from their assignments and finish off that play.
On 2nd down, McCaffrey. And he'll get it across midfield and down into Cardinal territory. Call it a gain of 5 that time. They'll be left with a 3rd down and about 9 to go.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Throwing his Lance on 3rd down. Man open, that's Deebo Samuel. And he is going to have a Niners 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. 1st down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Guess who? J.J. Watt, as he so often does, getting in there to wreak havoc. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
So the completion results there in 9 yards, and that'll bring us to a 3rd and 4.
Coaches always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, but when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
And the Cardinals, they trot out their dime package for 3rd down. The Lance going to throw. Got his target, Samuel. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
A field goal helps, but a touchdown gets you the lead. That had to be the message transmitted in the huddle. And they delivered there as that throw is going to keep the drive alive. And even better than that, set them up for the 1st and goal.
They'll try to run with McCaffrey. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on the early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here. Lance now to throw. This is caught. The catch good for 6 yards, but now it's 3rd and goal. Second quarter, 2 minutes remain. 3-0 our score. A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. Well, let's see what they do. They're knocking on the door here in the second quarter.
And you know what you look at on your play sheet? Your 2-point conversion plays. Because you've drawn up a number of them in today's football. You don't just have 1 or 2 for the game. You have more like 6 or 7. Which one do you like here? Because that's essentially what you're going for right now. That spot of the field, call one of those and go get 6.
The kick by Gold is good. And that will tie us at 3-3. So it was 4th down and 1 in the red zone, but they elect to take just the 3.
And I'm a little bit surprised that that's exactly what they decided to do. I kind of thought that they would go for it in that situation. But sometimes I'm sure you just think to yourself, take the 3 points, put them in your pocket and move on.
Field goals all we've had so far. 3-3 now as the kick is away. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. As we eat closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure's...
And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown. Robbie Anderson. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Cardinals have moved out in front. I don't think you can get any more efficient or tidy, whatever word you want to use in that. And 1 play, 75 yards in zone.
Yeah, efficient, tidy, excellent words. How about explosive? 75 yards, 1 play. That means everyone handled their assignment, doesn't it? It doesn't just mean that the defense broke down. They really executed the way that was drawn up on the whiteboard. Big-time play, big-time result.
Prater for the extra point, and the lead is now 10-3. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. Returning from his end zone is Ray McCloud. And not a good return at all. Down inside the 10, all the way back at the 7.
Anytime you feel the kickoff inside your own end zone, you've got to be decisive about whether you're bringing it out or not. Sometimes that indecision can really cost you. That may have been what happened on that play.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it, forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not...
And this throw will be intercepted. They find some open field here. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
There's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. On 1st and 10 is Connor, and he is going to lose yardage here. And coming through that time and stopping it for a loss was Drake Jackson. Nice play.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. They stay on the ground. Here's Connor again. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. They had great starting position to begin the drive, and now they look up at a 3rd and 5. And now they come up and spike it to stop the clock. Fourth down, Murray off, and the Cards field goal unit and Matt Prater out there now. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And the 38-year-old vet able to split the uprights, and they will stretch their lead to 10 now at 13-3. So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
Prater now will send it away following the made field goal. Well, you don't see that often. He just mishit it, and it goes out of bounds.
Well, I know sitting up here, and I'm looking at you, and you're looking at me, and I know we're both thinking the same thing. Isn't it easy enough to keep it between the sidelines? Because unless you're intentionally doing it for some reason, well, that's a costly mishit, and now you put your team in a bad spot.
A 1st and 10 here, and you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a one-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost. Up the gut, McCaffrey. Room here to run. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick 1st down. Now a timeout called for by the offense, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. Back to the ground on 1st. It's McCaffrey. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Now Lance. He'll fire this deep for Ayuk. And he's got it inside the 10. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. To throw, it's Lance. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them out of the end zone as the first half winds down.
They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the 1. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the right hash at a bit of a tight angle. The kick by Gold is good, and that will do it for this first half. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we go up to Orlando now and hand it over to Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The 49ers going to have the football and trailing on the scoreboard as we get back underway on EA Sports. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
Well, Charles, we saw a pretty entertaining first half, close ball game. Remember there toward the end of the second quarter, the opposition scored to take the lead. Now we'll see if these guys can get a score of their own to regain that lead.
Yeah, they want to have that type of a response, don't they? Because they want to find a way to take control of this ball game one more time. Gauntlet's been thrown down. They want to see if they're ready to answer it.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First down, San Francisco. The pickup, 14 yards.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but they're times, this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Give the tackle to Terrell Lewis.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. McCaffrey running up the middle. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield after a gain of about 4.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 38-yard line. They give them 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 38. Shotgun handoff now to McCaffrey. 50 yards rushing for him here as he starts to draw closer to a 1,000-yard campaign.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. Lance to throw on 3rd and 1. And able to haul it in is Kittle. He's got the first down and more. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. Forget the run on 3rd and 1. They shot the D and ripped off a pretty big play.
And in a lot of ways, that catch is expected. Red zone presence, and that one was realized there. You've got to find your tight end in that situation.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Christian McCaffrey, his 8th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Niners are an extra point away from drawing level. Gold with the extra point, and that will tie things up at 13. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. After that last touchdown we just saw, Charles, we got ourselves a brand-new ball game, all tied here in the 3rd as they have their first possession of this second half.
And, Brandon, this drive is all about one word to me, and that's the word answer, because they're trying to answer the momentum the other offense picked up in tying the game, because not only if they score and they feel better about themselves, they'll retake the lead and maybe set the tone for the rest of the half, keeping them in the driver's seat.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Murray now to throw. He's going to air one out for Anderson. And that's caught inside the 35. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
It's so easy to focus on the speed and elusiveness of Kyler Murray, but as he shows right there, don't sleep on the arm strength.
And we often talk about hang time for punts, but in this case, we should probably calculate the hang time on that throw because that one hung up there for a long time and managed to keep going and going until it found its target.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Connor up the middle. They follow up that gigantic gain with the tiniest of pickups, 1 yard.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. From the gun, Murray. And complete to Zach Ertz. And he'll be brought down at the 27.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
The 22 is the line to gain here on 3rd down. Here's Murray. Finding Ertz again. And they got this down to about the 12-yard line.
Well, a lot of times when you get a manageable 3rd down situation like this, you have to think about your tight end, and he comes through for him, picking up the 1st down.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. The option to give to Williams here. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. Darrell Williams, a 12-yard touchdown run. And the Cards, on the final play of the 3rd quarter, have taken the lead. So this game tied at the half, but we are tied no more. A touchdown there on the opening sequence of this 3rd quarter.
And what a great drive put together by their offensive coordinator. He had a plan, and they executed it almost to perfection, coming right out of the locker room. Now they're feeling good about their chances here in the 2nd half.
Extra point good by Prater. 1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Here's Prater now set to kick it away. This one taken just inside the 10. And he's going to get this across the 20 as he's out of bounds at the 23.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And now, after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this 4th quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. Tackle there by Rashard Lawrence.
Now, that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater. He just made a great play there.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Throwing now is Lance. He's going to look deep down the field. And that's caught inside the 35. A big play there for the Niners. 46 yards. Well, for Trey Lance, not only was he the youngest quarterback in the 2021 draft class, but many say he had the strongest arm, too, and he showed it off here. This is McCaffrey on the give, and he's going to get this one down to the 30. Tackle made by Marcus Golden.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Let's go.
Still 9 remaining on 2nd down. Lance looking to throw it. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him.
Yeah, some real defensive resistance there, saying not so fast to a good drive. Didn't march to the end zone the last time out.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Some coaches like to take the shorter, more reliable yardage, and some, they like to go for the big shot. No fear in risking a deep ball there, but it wasn't enough to get them the completion.
So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This will be spotted just shy of midfield, a 59-yard attempt. And this one will not get there. It's off to the left anyway. It's no good, and this will stay at a 7-point game.
And this is a commentary on today's kickers and just how good they are that a coach would think about running his guy out there to try a 59-yarder. Here it backfires on them, but as a kicker, you have to appreciate the confidence that they showed in you.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Their defense was able to hold serve, albeit with a little help from that missed field goal as they settle in now 1st and 10. They'll send Brown in motion right. They start the drive on the ground. It's Williams. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. An option handoff given to Connor. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bringing up a key 3rd down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity, because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball. That means they might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key 3rd down. Highlight that word, put it in bold. Here we go. They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. Give them the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play.
Well, they didn't accomplish their goal. They didn't get a stop there, gave up another 1st down. They have all 3 timeouts in their pocket. I think defensively, you've got to start thinking about using them here.
I was just going to ask you at what point you think now's the go time?
I think now's the go time. I don't think you sit back and wait, because they can take a lot of time off the clock between plays and run 3 to 4 and really put you in a stressful spot.
Murray flips his forward on a jet sweep. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Now, they did get a little gain on this play, but all in all, a nice job defensively against the touch pass. They were able to string it out towards the sideline and never let him get the corner and turn it upfield for a bigger chunk of yardage.
38-yard line, 2nd and 9. Up the middle, it's Williams. A gain of 2 there on the heels of a 1-yard pickup on first. The objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
The Cardinals on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. Here's the option play now to the left. This defense not budging. Back-to-back carries of just 2 yards. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to perhaps salt this one away. Prater's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So that one, CD, going to make the road back a lot more difficult.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. You know they were praying on the other sideline for a miss because now, as you pointed out, a very difficult road. Down 2 scores. You don't just need a touchdown. You need a chain of events to go your way. You've got to score, somehow get the ball back, and score again. The odds of that happening, not great in your favor.
Prater now will send it away following the made field goal. The football will come out to the 25 as McLeod will not return it. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Lance looking to throw. Got a man right side, it's McCaffrey. And he's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this. The Charles, they're trying to protect this lead late. Those are the types of mistakes they could afford to go without.
About the last thing you want to give them is help in completing a comeback, which is exactly what that penalty does.
Whistles now and a timeout. So defensively, they burn it here with 1:51 left. After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. Here's Lance. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that is caught at the 10-yard line. Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a 1st and goal situation. The Cardinals forced to burn their 3rd and final timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. Lance, a quick throw out wide, complete. Touchdown, 49ers. George Kittle, a 5-yard touchdown. And the 49ers have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a 1-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
And that's caught at the 2. And he is not going to be able to break free as they wrap him up right at the line of scrimmage. And the try for 2 is going to come up empty. So here we go with the onside kick. They'll need a recovery and a touchdown. A field goal does them no good. And the Cardinals hands team able to secure the football. A tough one there. They certainly wanted that one. They needed it, but they didn't absolutely have to get it. They still do have 3 timeouts.
You're exactly right. They had to attempt it. But even though they didn't get it, as you noted, with 3 timeouts, if they can get these stops on defense, all hope is not lost.
Now a handoff coming left, Connor. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Throwing quickly, that's caught by Brown out wide. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And now we've got a 3rd and 3. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. An extra DB for the 49ers now on 3rd. Slot man moves right. And they'll send the slot in motion left. Now Murray. And this will be swung out here for counter. And he is going to have a Cardinals first down, and he was able to get it by play. A gain of 8 on 3rd and 3. And this defense, they needed that one more stop to have any chance, but that completion, that's likely going to seal their fate.
And you could hear it in your voice, that one more stop.
I feel their pain.
Oh, it was so important. They just didn't get it done. Wow, what a way to finish this one off.
Down to a knee. Here's the Cardinals look to let the clock roll. Another one in the books for us, partner. Always great to be by your side. And both offenses, both defenses had some moments in this one, but I think you would agree these coaching staffs are also going to have some stuff to clean up on film.
Absolutely, partner. Let's face it. Any game we get to watch from up here, it's going to be a blast. Do we want to get a real job? Absolutely not. Let's keep watching the NFL all season long.
So for Arizona, the win keeps them barely hanging on to their playoff hopes as they move to 4-7. And now it's off to the airport for a date with Customs and a long flight north to the U.S. Meanwhile,